Hey everyone, I'm Phil Struble, and I have a treat for a lot of people that have been requesting for me to write out a single-handed time check, which is a snare exercise that I put on YouTube probably about 6 years ago. I didn't actually write this exercise myself, and I apologize for taking a number of years to actually put up a link to the sheet music, but I have been doing some digging and I hold them in my hand. I have finally found it, and I just want to go through and tell you a little bit about this exercise. This was not actually a single-handed exercise. This was an exercise that my drumline in college used, that Eric Shuffler, my drumline instructor, wrote. It's actually it's still a timing exercise, but it's not meant to be done with one hand. So when you first are working on this exercise, it would be better to, instead of trying to do each hand individually, to use both hands. Similar to any time check exercise that you've seen, they're pretty common. The second half of it that I do with the flams is actually a IU drumline exercise from 2002. It's called Tenacious Diddles, which I actually omitted the first part, the part with the diddles, and only used the part with the flams. So I put links up. You should find them below to all the sheet music for all of this. And a couple changes I made also on the flam exercise at the measure where it starts, where it says Junior Western Flam and Chi. That's where I actually start the second half of the exercise, which is where the flams start. I went ahead and put the rest of the exercise up too, though, because it would be great to do single-handed time check and then all of Tenacious Diddles. You can see that on my links. The only other change that I made was the last two measures of Junior Western Flam and Chi is, I've changed that. The original is, and this is just the last measure before the last time. You'll see it on the music. The last measure actually is, okay, here's the change that I made. I actually did, let me do that one more time. And I add a rim shot on the end. I'll start at measure 16 and do that much just so you can see where I put that if you want to use it on your own. So like I said, the best way to work on single-handed time check is to actually ideally set your metronome to 16th notes, and instead of doing one-handed, do it regular right-left sticking. Here's what it would look like. Alright, and the second part of the exercise, which is the accents, I added flams there over the accents. So the original is actually well, you get the idea. And I just changed that to flams. And so forth. So I've got to thinking about this, and a really great sequence for a warm-up routine would be the variation of Stanford double beat that I do. I'll have another video with that. It's just the standard with the variations where you fill in the sticking and do Swiss Army triplets and stuff like that. That would be a good exercise to do before doing one-handed time check, and that's actually, I do that in my own warm-up routine, and it works really great because you're working on single hands first, pretty easily, you know, you're doing the Sanford double beat, and then you could move on to more advanced single-handed time check. So, if anybody has any questions or anything like that, anything I can help them with, just go ahead and give me a message on my YouTube or anything like that, or even in the comments. I will try to get back to you, and like I said, I apologize for taking the better part of 10 years to get this put up, but you know how it is. Things get lost for a long time, and I'm not the best at writing. It's easier and I don't have any programs to write music or anything like that. So once again, I finally got it up after so many years. So this is my treat to you guys, and I hope you find it very beneficial. And one more thing, if you do use this exercise, especially in a drumline setting, I would really like to see it. Videotape it and send it to me, or let me know how it works out for you. I'd like to know any changes you make. I'd like to see, just because I'm real curious to see what you guys can do with this. So thanks a lot. Appreciate your time, and I'll talk to you later.